New Mexico CannaCast. Everything New Mexico, everything cannabis. What's up, everybody? It's Chad, making sure I'm not on mute. How's it going? I'm here with this week's CannaCast by myself, just probably this one time, I hope. So we have been really, really busy. Josh, myself, and Shannon, we have all been crazy busy. Things are really taking off. So this week, I'm actually going to be doing the show by myself. I'm just going to give you guys a kind of a quick update what's going on with our life and everything and this and that. So without further ado, welcome to New Mexico CannaCast, everything New Mexico, everything cannabis. So as I said, we've been really busy. Josh and I actually were working this past week. We've been meeting with people, clients and stuff like that. We've also been trying to get facilities going. And then we also had a client who, or something that we're a part of, open up this week, High Horse, and down in Chaparral. That, it was actually very interesting. It was, one of the more challenging things we've had to do, in the past couple of months. There's just a lot of setbacks and drawbacks that we had to go through, because we had a lot of challenges with this one, with getting the licenses. It just took a lot longer than I feel like it should have, than the rest. Because we had one client, it took only 22 something days, and this one took a couple of months. So I do know I have a buddy down in Alamogordo who said it took him about 3-4 months. So I guess it happens for whatever reason. But I'm glad they're up and running. They're down in Chaparral. If you guys want to go check them out, I'll get you the address right here, right now. If I could find it, there it is right here. So it's going to be at 545 South County Line Drive, Suite B, and that's going to be in Chaparral, New Mexico. If you don't know where Chaparral, New Mexico is, some of you up north probably don't. Chaparral, New Mexico is at the very bottom of Otero County. Right next to El Paso, pretty much the east side of El Paso is where it's at, and it's right there on the border. So a lot of people, if you're listening from El Paso, go give them go over there and check it out. What they have the largest selection of farmers quality, so that's actually really cool to see. There's been a lot going on. We have a lot going on in the state too. There's a lot of talks, what's going to happen with the 60-day session. I'm not too sure. We know there's a lot that's going to be changed and all that. We have 710 coming up here, probably about, what was it, 2 months or so. And we just have a lot of stuff going on. A lot of more people are, starting to recognize New Mexico's, cannabis industry as a whole. And, that's great because, us getting seen as, a legitimate, industry is something great, because we did take a different approach than other states, because we're different. We don't have as a high a population as other states, and we have to rely on, the border areas of our state to make most of the revenue. So we had to go at it at a different approach, not tax it as high, allow home grows. Certain states don't allow home grows. We allowed that and allowed you to keep your whole harvest. Most states don't allow you to keep your whole harvest. We allowed you to keep as much cannabis you want at home. Not most states don't allow you to do that. They have a limit of how much you can have on you at all times. In New Mexico, that's not the case unless you're outside of your home. Outside of your home is 3 ounces, 8 ounces if you're a patient. So 8 ounces, if you're a patient, that's a lot, guys. Like if you're walking around with 8 ounces, well, dang, you must be on a really long trip. So what I'm just trying to say is that, New Mexico, we're different. We do mostly everything different than everyone. However, we do start certain things and then it takes off somewhere else. Microsoft started in New Mexico. We had the first actual medical cannabis program in the nation back in the 70s. And, California took it over and did it better. So, New Mexico, we did a little differently at the time, and especially for the times, in the 70s, we did it. And that was crazy. That's at almost the very beginning of the drug war. Everything was crazy. Cheech and Chong were making fun of it, that even they were getting scrutinized and, harassed all the time by, law enforcement and everything. And then you go into the 90s and California does it. And, they get less harassment. There's a little more understanding on it. And, there'd been many years since that time had passed. So, the acceptance of cannabis as a medicine was starting to take off. And now we're starting to see psilocybin or, magic mushrooms taking off as an actual medicine for people with depression, PTSD. I've, wanted to use it myself, but I'm allergic to mushrooms ever since I came back from Iraq. It's unfortunate, but it happens. But I am glad that, other people have found relief, not with just cannabis, but, with something more natural, like a mushroom, which, mushrooms are all over the place. There's different types. There's different kinds. There's, of course, the poisonous kind. So you really want to be careful if you do dabble in the mushroom world. You don't want to really just go out there and thinking you're just going to pick a mushroom and get high from it. Sometimes even touching it can be deadly. So just throwing that out there for everybody. But yeah, so I just really wanted to come in, touch base with everybody, say hello. I'm sorry we're so late. This is a Saturday show. And actually, the show that Josh and I are on monthly, it aired today. So we're showing it at the same time. It's that Saturday show. I forget what channel it's on, but you can find it on YouTube. And Josh and I are on there now every month, giving them an update, what's going on in the cannabis world and scene and the industry and everything. So yeah, go check it out there. We're starting to kind of reach out more and be in different places and all that, when it comes to the media. So that's really great, getting to know other podcasters and stuff like that, especially in the cannabis world and the cannabis media. It's a very small group. The media world, it's a lot bigger, but cannabis media in itself is very tiny. There's not as many people as you think there would be in it. So yeah, but that's pretty much all I have. I didn't want to go 3-4 minutes or whatever, but it's almost about 6 minutes. And yeah, sorry, it's just me this time. Josh will be back next week. He's actually in Chaparral right now helping the High Horse guys out. So again, if you want to go check them out, please do. They're open today, which is today, Saturday, the 28th, at the time of this recording. They're open today from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I believe starting Monday, they're going to be open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. They're just getting everything set up right now. They're having issues with BioTrack. And we found out what happened with the tax issues, why people were getting confused, because in BioTrack, people were just putting the full tax amount of everything put together versus separating it at city, county, and the state. And I guess that's what you had to do, because we figured that out the other day. BioTrack is something weird. It's new to me. I've never had to use it. However, Josh has used metrics, so he never used BioTrack either. He had to use a different tracking system when he was over in Oklahoma. So that's the kind of thing that we're learning. We're in the grow mostly, so we're gonna have to deal with it on the grow side. So seeing it on the retail side, that was actually really interesting and a really great learning experience, because when you're in an industry like this, you want to learn as much as you can everywhere, especially at the position that we are. We want to be able to tell them yes or no, whatever, or answer a question if it's asked. So that's just a humbling experience for myself. I know some of you in the industry are like, what, you never use BioTrack? What? Yeah, Josh and I have actually never worked for any of the dirty 30 people before the cannabis industry. So we kind of just didn't. We didn't want to. It wasn't something that we were looking out to. So we actually didn't get into the industry till we started doing it ourselves once legalization came. And that was kind of the plan. Once we kind of realized that we didn't want to work for these people, on the other side, back in those years ago. So once we did it ourselves, we're learning it on our own, but, we have knowledge elsewhere. It's great that we have people surrounding us who are smarter than us and who do know this, and they can teach it to us. And that's how, this needs to work. You don't go in this knowing everything. I'm glad I'm going in this, not the smartest guy in the room. You don't want to be the smartest person in the room because you're doing it wrong. So anyway, guys, I went a little bit of rant there. I just want to kind of update you what's going on. This is a quick video. And so I'm going to try to edit real fast and upload as fast as I can. It shouldn't take long since it's a really short video. So thank you everybody for watching again. We'll be back next week with a full-length show. It was just a really crazy week. Josh and I, we've been here at the house probably for 2 hours out of the last 72. So this is actually like the first moment I've had to really sit down and really just, kind of and gather my thoughts. So thank you everybody. Thank you for watching. Again, New Mexico CannaCast, and thank you again to Viva New Mexico for this shirt. I will put the link down below in the description, or if you're listening to the podcast, that'll be down in the description as well. So thank you again, guys. And if you want to support the CannaCast, please buy a shirt. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. All right, shoots.